Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Check Me. Football season has officially arrived after the first week of football. Um, I want to just start off by saying it is week one. There's some things we will overreact on and some things we won't overreact on, but I think the main thing is really just kind of diagnosing some of the things that we saw, some of the games. And I want to start off, of course, with the Philadelphia Eagles and our win over the Patriots. I thought that it was a gutsy win on our defensive part, essentially because I think our defense won the game for us. But the biggest challenge, the biggest thing I kind of got out of it was we saw two rookie play callers, especially on the Eagles side, with Brian Johnson being a rookie caller and then Sean Desai being a rookie play caller on defense. We saw some things that they're kind of getting used to. I liked our second half script. Our first half script was um, passing focused. I think we need to emphasize, focus on running the ball. Swift and Gainwell, we see a lot more of them. And I think that's just okay because Brian Johnson's the first year. I'm giving him grace. And we all should give him grace. He's a first year play caller. But I think that he has to emphasize on running the ball. He got outsmarted a little bit by Bill Belichick. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But essentially, he there was a third and seven. They sent the blitz towards Jalen, and he didn't know what to do. He just threw the ball out. And I think at that point coming into camp, you should be aware of if they show blitz, you should be have a hot read or something. There was no communication. It was third down. They sent the blitz, and Jalen Hurts ended up taking a sack. The next time it happened, the very next series, they didn't show blitz on that. But we had a screen call to anticipate the blitz. I think you call your play, and then what you do after that is you say, hey, look, we need to, if we see the blitz coming, we allow Jalen to make that call. If we see the blitz coming, then he checks to a screen or some type of play concept towards the blitz because it's important for every quarterback to know to throw at the blitz. So, but I thought the second half script was a lot better. I thought that, of course, there's miscues as far as Jalen Hurts fumbling the ball. But I felt that the second half script was a lot better. We came out with a lot more intensity, a lot more execution. We gave up only 6 points in the second half, and we put 9 on the board. So we finished. So the real MVP of the game goes to our special teams. Our special teams were phenomenal today. We kicked, I'm not sure how many field goals we kicked. We kicked 4 field goals. Jake Elliott was 4 for 4. 56-yard field goal. He didn't miss extra point. I'll cite that for the weather. But we did well on kick return. We did well on kick return. Not only that, our punt coverage team was phenomenal out there. We didn't really allow any type of big runs back, especially with New England Patriots and their special teams, what they did last year as far as having some punt returns back. Thought our special team was good. Thought our defense was solid. I love our front. I love our defensive front that we have, being able to rotate guys. They were on the field a lot. And if we played against Bill O'Brien, who runs a hurry-up offense. So it was good to see us be able to change, on the first game of the season, be able to rotate, be able to change, bring some guys in. Fletcher Cox, played a lot of snaps, and he was in there getting inside the mustard, playing, making some plays towards the goal line. The last play he made, he couldn't even celebrate. But I love the fact that our defense played solid. We had there was a lot of defensive plays. It'll be good to see the playlist to see how many defensive plays there actually was. A lot of guys played as well too. Belichick rotates a lot of guys, but we had a lot of guys play. Reed Blankenship, thought he was good, really good in run support. I like to see more out of him in pass coverage, especially on a big tight end like that in the goal line. I like to see him be able to be in position and at least be in a better position to contest. I always say if it's a big tight end at the goal line, you want him to jump over you as opposed to him outrun you. So I wasn't really happy about that. I do like the fact that Josh Jobe came in and when because Bradbury was getting beat. Let's just call it like it is. Bradbury was getting beat. We know he's not a man guy. He does well in zone. But they took advantage of Bradbury a little bit. They started going at him a little bit. So when when he went out, they actually kind of went at Josh Jobe a little bit, but Josh Jobe held his own for that last series, critical time, and it really, the Alabama guy, it really kind of showcased to the team like, hey, he can step up and play that role if he needs to. So our front is our front four is amazing. We rotate guys consistently. We only sacked him Mac Jones twice, but that goes to Mac Jones' his development when it comes to understanding fronts and being able to call his own protections later on. But I thought that we could have ran the ball a little bit more. I did not like the fact that we only ran the ball really 14 times to actual running back. Swift only got one carry. We did not bring Swift here for him only get one carry and only got 2 targets. That's a big issue. Swift has to. He's too talented not to be involved in the game as much. If you had told me he would have ended the game the same amount of carries as Boston Scott, I would have been concerned. Especially when Rashad Penny went down. I knew Gainwell was going to be a number 1 guy, but we got to get the ball in Swift's hands. Brian Johnson has to change that. The run opens up the pass, and we have to know that. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith did what they were supposed to do. They did what they did last year, right? And it's the first game of the season, so let's not overreact. But both had 7 receptions on 10 targets. Smitty got in the end zone, and you kind of notice that when it's third down, our go-to guy is Smitty. Smitty knows how to get open. Our big play guy is AJ, but Smitty knows how to get open. And when you talk about a professional possession receiver, Smitty's even though he's a $175, $170 out there, he's our possession receiver. He knows how to get open, and I like the fact that he was finding spots. Him and Hurts had a good connection. Hurts was outside the pocket more than I like, but he was efficient. 22 for 33, 170. Wish he would throw more, but it's okay. 1 tub. And here's the thing. If you win the game and you go 22 and you throw 1 for 170, what does that mean? I got a high completion rate, right? Low passage, meaning he was taking what the defense was giving him. And a lot of times what New England plays that trap too. A lot of times with New England, they're going to take what's good away from you. And they said, let's take the pass away and I want you to beast underneath. The maturity of Jalen Hurts, what I saw in the game, which I love, was taking what the defense is giving you. Throwing the short passes when you need to and winning the game. Especially when they're not allowing you to do anything deep. And typically with young quarterbacks or quarterbacks that have big play receivers or need to develop, if you take away the mid to deep passes, they don't know what to do. Guys like Kyler Murray, they don't know how. Joe Burrow, they don't know how to consistently take what the defense is giving you. I believe Jalen Hurts playing with Nick Saban was one of the reasons why he was able to just simply take what the defense is giving you throughout the whole game. It takes a lot of patience to do that for 2 quarters, and then for 3 quarters and 4 quarters to do that. I love the fact that he was mature, taking what the defense was giving him, throwing the short route. Those 3 or 4 yard passes that can easily be runs, especially with Brian Johnson's play calling. So the maturity of Jalen Hurts throughout the game, what I saw was a huge win, was just taking those short passes, the dink and dunk. If you're moving the ball, you're moving the ball. Even though we got 4 field goals out of it, I love the fact that he did that. Slay was phenomenal. Slay we won the game because of Slay. Not just on his interception, but Slay was just his coverage. And the time that they caught the ball on him, it looked like we were in quarters coverage, not necessarily man coverage. So he was passing him along, and the guy found a good spot. But Slay was phenomenal. Him and Fletcher Cox are the anchor of that defense. And I felt Fletcher Cox led by example today, getting hurt, getting back in there, then making some plays. But I like what I saw from us from Philadelphia. Now on the Patriots side, if you know me, I love Bill B. I think Bill B is the best coach ever to coach the NFL. He had the boys ready, and this is what you want to see playing a team like the Patriots. He had the Patriots ready for the Eagles. Bill B dialed up some, and you can see. Here's the thing: people don't understand. This is why I talk about Tom Brady a lot. Bill B really invested in Mac Jones. He really invested in Mac Jones in the offseason. And you can kind of see how their conversation matured from last year to this year as far as what to do on the sidelines. Mac Jones is still a little antsy sometimes. He makes some ill-advised throws, but his maturity at going up against this defense, I thought he did great. Getting the ball out, he was 35. You're not going to win the game against Philadelphia throwing the ball 54 times, but 35 for 54, 316, 3 tubs, 1 interception, sacked twice. Only sacked twice against one of the best defensive fronts in football. You got to run the ball more, right? You bring in Zeke and you only run the ball 19 times, 76 yards. The passing game was okay. Kendrick Bourne was getting open, but I think emphasizing running the ball consistently. But what you'll see a little bit more sometimes with the Patriots is the running backs catching the ball at the backfield. The running backs didn't catch the ball at the backfield as much. Now Zeke did have 5 receptions. Ty Montgomery in the second had 2. But those are kind of where those short passes are where the Patriots are successful. When you think about all Deion Lewis, you think about all the guys that they had and that were pass catchers out of the backfield, they really helped out. But Mac Jones, I thought he played a solid game against a good defense, one of the top defenses in the league. Zeke did what Zeke was supposed to do. We knew Zeke was already not digressing, but he wasn't progressing. We know he's in a falling action of his career. Overall, Mac Jones got a lot better before the snap. And when I talk about good quarterbacks being able to, excuse me, good quarterbacks being able to call their own protections, we're starting to see that type of harmony between Mac Jones and his center. So I thought that Bill Belichick, this showing and of course the end of the first half was great for them. They were just literally blotted themselves out by having a lot of turnovers. But the Patriots came in. I thought they had a good game plan, especially in the first half and the second half as well too. They were passing fairly well. But I really like the way Bill Belichick had Mac Jones prepared. Listen, they played the Super Bowl defeating the Super Bowl runner-ups. So you have to, hats off the Patriots for coming in and doing well. But I think they have to have a more consistent run game, and on defense, their secondary. I think actually their secondary, Gonzalez, they did well. They did very well. I think that we're seeing that Bill Belichick put some guys in with the concept that he likes to run. So I thought that ultimately the Patriots did well, and I thought they had a good showing, and it was a good test for us, Philadelphia, to go against Patriots, knowing they have a mind like Bill Belichick. So that's pretty much it for the Patriots-Eagles roundup. Happy we got away with the win. It was a tough-fought win, and we'll see what happens next Thursday when we play. I forgot whoever we play next Thursday, but it's going to be a big game.